Ba, 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 ba. How we looking? Da-da-da-da. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Filthy Green Rag Show. I hope we're all okay. Today, we've got to paint some Valkyrie interiors. Now, I was looking at these earlier thinking, is it really worth going to town on something we're going to see very sporadically, as it were? Where am I going to put these bloody things? There's so many. Need to figure out a nice way to stack them. But before we worry about things like that, they do need a dry brush. Bring out some detail. Some detail. You may also have noticed I've changed my camera to this side as opposed to the left side, as my palette is here and I'm left-handed. So I'm intrigued to see if we have any difference. But yeah, let's get on with it. So we're going to need some dry brushing. What's in this pot here? All my stuff has moved. This is what annoys me. That looks like oil paint on there. Worrying. Another pot. There's a big old dry brush. That'll be our... This will be today's dry brush champion. The large. The palette. Dirty. It's nearly time for the big peel of 2018 of the palette. We'll do that on the last show of the year, I feel. So this is going to work. Yep, we'll just whiz that in there, and we just need some paint. Anyway, on that note, we're going to mix medium olive with ivory. What we have here. These two paints we're not going to use over in the not going to use shelf. And I've bought some ball bearings. So we are gonna put some paint agitators in there. If it stays there, it stays put. It's a bit on the palette. We won't go walking down them, will we? They are clean, they're not oiled, so anyone worrying? Oh, that one's a bit bigger. One big ball. Really big balls. So what we do, we'll come in here handy. Come in here handy. Come in handy here. Look at the filthy state of that. So we pull the top off, like so. Colour ball in. And that has sunk to the bottom. And then we do the same with the green. I've been wanting some paint agitators for quite a while. Am I doing this off camera? Probably. You know what I'm like. The filth on there is unreal. And then we put his ball in, like so, and put lid back on. Right, there we go. And these now should be super shakeable. Oh, listen to that shaking sound. Could have a much better mix after a good shake. Right, so we're going to go 2 to 1. I'm going to have 3 drops of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said 3 of each. We've got to dry brush all this stuff. It's going to take forever if we just do 3 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's mix this up. We need my dry brushing station. Where's my dry brush board? Here it is. You can all probably remember this guy. Ah, I see the difference now. We may have to move the chat over to the other side. We'll see. We'll see. Let's mix these colours together. We have a horrid pea green colour. Death Guard green, maybe. There we go, look at that. Disgusting. Death Guard players probably like that colour. I'm not convinced it's actually light enough, you know, for a dry brush highlight. We'll put it to the test, shall we? Seems a bit dark. Showing up on some of the darker areas. No, that's alright actually. But no, I'm convinced you guys can't see what I'm doing anymore if I swap that side. So I'm going to have to move the chat over. To the other side at some point. Put the palette over here. There we go. That feels better. So we dry brush around there, somewhere around there. I'm not worried about it being patchy or anything like that. This is all interior detail which no one's ever going to see. And it reaches up from here to do the inside of the doors. And then when we've done all the dry brushing, we're going to do a bit of chipping, paint a couple of cables perhaps. There we go. Easy. More paint required. We did 1 to 1, didn't we? I'll probably go 3 to 2 on the next mix. That is another one done. Whiz over these bits. What even are these things? Drop shoot harness holder malarkeys or something? Does anyone know? Two down, 4 to go. I feel. There we go. Then back sections. Itchy ear hole. Get one more out of that. I think these might be one of the only bits you can actually see from inside the door. Oh, lovely. Oh, oh. There we go. My paint is pretty much dried up on my palette. It's really warm here. I wonder what that item there is. Who knows? Have I got enough paint to do these? No, I don't think I have. Let's mix some more up. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two. Change the mix as such. There we go, we're a bit lighter now. Get all the paint off my brush. Some paints really are good for dry brushing and some just aren't. Okay, we've got a bit more contrast I think with this mix. There we go, that's a lot better. I'm going to take the majority of the paint off of these because these are my sharp edges. I'll just run over the other parts of this now. Again, it's only very basic dry brushing just on the inside here. The inside that no one's ever going to see, so not too I'm not too worried about making it amazing. What we got to do after this? Oh, chipping. Everybody loves chipping. There we go. Right, a couple more interiors to just give a little whack at. Do floor. Quick taste of the dry brush. Just looks like scrapes and stuff, otherwise we get too much on, so not too worried at all at this stage. Especially when we get the old oil washers in, that'll blend together lovely. There we go, I think that'll pretty much do us. Clean the brush off. Now I have my special dry brush cleaning texture here, which gets rid of those remnants off the brush. Get it a bit wet. And work it in. Amazing how much paint comes out of your brushes. But I do wreck dry brushes very quickly. Some rag. There we go. And that'll do. Right, next up. Let's get chippy. My favourite chipping colour, Hull Red. Ah, but what we need is a ball bearing in there. Oh, it's so tight I can't get his nipple off. There we go. Bloop. This Hull Red looks more brown. There we go. Right. Squeeze some of that out onto the palette. Let's use an area we haven't used yet. And then we shall begin with the chipping operation now. I should have some nice... Oh, where are they gone? Sponges for chipping, which I have lost. Always the case, isn't it? After I got the paint out. That's alright, I've got some here, we can make some more. Oh, there they are. I have now found them. Get a nice big one. It doesn't look fine enough. This one looks alright, but it's sort of seen better days, I think. We'll try it. It was blue, apparently. Try one of these pink coloured ones. Pull the old bits of the old colour off. Get some variety in it then. Right, let's begin. Right, I'm only going to tap some edges, I'm not going to go mad here. He says as he goes mad. And that is it, that's all I'm going to do. Keep it sensible. I mean, these sharp bits will be the bits that get the most knocks. Whatever they are. If someone's bashed their head against the wall or something. I find if you go quicker, they look more realistic. Why that is, don't know. There we go, right, let's just sort of chip around those things. Make sure we get those door thingies. There we go. And then a lot of the floor. Heavily chipped. And then back down the ramp. Bits of the walls. Bits of the corners. more floor. Lost control of my sponge there. There we go. Plenty of chipping on the inside of there where people have been running up and down the deck plating. I think that's the proper term for it, deck plating. If it's not, then I apologise. Bit of chipping on the walls, not too much. Those things. Just doing lots on the deck plating. Hello Mr. Force of Gaming, how are you? Where these people would be running around, stomping about. On that thing, quick tap on that thing, tap taps, and then just the odd tap about for the rest. I am very well, thank you. It's very kind of you to ask. What have you been up to today? Oh, got the last of the paint, my chipping paint. And then I'm going to do a few black chips, a few silver chips, and a few light silver chips. Staying at home, browsing the YouTube. That sounds like quite a fun day to me. Although you end up stuck on there for hours and then wonder what the hell is all that stuff I just watched. Why am I watching this video on robotic horses? Stuck on the weird side of YouTube. Right, that one done. Let's get some more colour in the house. Why is that out? Get some silver. Hello, silver. Right, let's use silver. I don't use very much. I say I don't use very much. I use all my silver. Quite a lot. Game gunmetal. Where do I display all my complete models? I have a cabinet downstairs. Yeah, I say display, they're all just jammed up in it because there's hardly any spare room for anything in there now. But sporadic. Very sparse with the metal. I say very sparse, you can do loads. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. Tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Tap, tap. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Tap, tap. That's the way to do it. It's all about the countings. Countings? Counting. Tap, tap. 3 taps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Paint's nearly running out. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And now, the light silver. The hell is it there? Hooray. I find it helps shake it in the paint. Oh, there, old bit, just come out there, boy. Right, let's aim for the middle of other bits. Big bit there, big bit there, big bit there. That way we get layers of colour rather than just one splotched colour. Now I'm aware these bits are supposed to be lights in here, but we're going to do a airbrush light for those. Can I subscribe to your channel? What is your channel called? Have we had this conversation? Force of Gaming 2233. Alright, sir. What will we find on your channel? Whee! We nearly had a collapse. Android gaming. Are you an Android expert? Right, let's smear that in because then it will dry quicker. Thank you to our sponge, and now we can begin with painting some details. I'm going to paint those things silver to begin with. I don't know what they are. Silver or gold? I think maybe gold, just for a bit of mix up. Gold have we got? Something we don't use very often, just for the hell of it. Sure, I had a few base paint golds. Shining gold, that's about 16 years old. Gold too dark. I think there was a base gold. What's it called? Ball chaser gold? Is that it? No. That one. Dwarf bronze. How old is that? Older than me, I reckon. Well, I've got an AWOL paint here. Bestial brown. That's another old paint. Got that run out. Remember how it's snake bite I had, but what's that over there? Lead belcher. Warp block bronze. So that must be ball chaser gold, yeah. Ah, what games are there on mobile which are actually good, as opposed to sort of tatty 5-minute games which I always seem to find? What colour is that? Auric armour gold. Oh, this is a struggle. I can't even find a gold paint. We'll use the Retributor armour. We'll chuck. What about ball bearings in? Look, there he goes. Bit sideways, bit up and down. Right, that should be nicely shaken, not stirred. No rags, go on, Monkey. I'm not going to use that anymore. Look at that. I need some paint on the palette. And we need a big old brush to put this paint on with. Now, find it. What we got here? Gonna go with the size 4. Is that a miniature? Yeah. I need to go through my brushes, I think. I look like I'm missing a load. So we'll paint these bizarre Phillips head screwdriver things gold. And we'll find out they're probably lights or something. Wonder what else we've got in here that we can paint gold. Pipes on the wall, we don't see them though. Oh, we might. Now when I've done these, I'm not even going to wash or highlight these because they're going to be indoors. I'll just skip the oil wash. Three. Actually, I might wash these just to define them a bit. Hit with a black wash. Did I do both sides there? Yes. There we go. Right. What else can we hit up with a gold paint? Well, that's a pipe. Tempted to do these hoses up here. I said tempted and just started, so that means we're doing it. And the hose on top will paint a different colour. Paint them red. Nice how we don't have to worry about being tidy yet. I'm going to do these pipes gold, the other pipes red, those in and out buttons are red. I might paint these box things different colour. I want to hit these from the doors because that's the only way you're going to see them. The third pipe on there. How should we do that? Yellow. There we go. Why are we so high up here? Is that better? We'll see. Right, what we got here? That brush is knackered. I don't use that brush. These are my good brushes in here. What's this? That is a good brush. That's my wash brush. That's a big brush. That one there. This one. Excuse me, people, I'm just pissing around with my brushes. That one is not good. That's an old 0 that is dead. This then. An old 1. Looks alright. Right, that's the gold bits done. Let's do some red. We've got my fist on red. You stick a ball in. I think we need to. Well, excuse me, gassy. Right, we need something sort of bigger now. This size 1, that is a 2 miniature, and that is a 0. I think the 1's going to suit us best here. Need to water that down a bit. Right, let's hit those other pipes. Don't like the way they're moulded to the wall so fat. And they could have probably made them thinner. And again, old kit, isn't it? Must remember, old kit. One done. Another one down. And stay there. I'll get all these wires painted, base coated, and then we'll base coat the buttons, give them a highlight, I think. Da, da, da. Another one done. There we go. Right, the out buttons to open the door, I'd imagine, would be red. I think I'm just going to paint all the buttons red and we'll highlight them up. Colour did we say we were going to do those other pipes? Yellow, wasn't it? There we go. Right, let's highlight that red. Get a bit more red. And I'm mixing orange until it's a nice colour that I like. So I might mix it yellow. It's nice. This needs a there he goes. There we go. That'll be our highlight colour. And we want a size. What size was that? Not convinced that's bright enough. That's better. Thank you for clarifying that, Mr. Unprofessional Hobbyist. Have they changed their stance, or was that the plan all along? I saw quite a lot of backlash yesterday. Yeah, I was a bit cheesed off. I bought the second one. Ah, that is good of them. It's nice to know, you know, that they do listen. And things are changeable. I want to go and read it now. Hello, we are fine, Ron and Almira. How are you? They bent over and took the stick from their arse. It's intriguing. I'm going to have a look. I'm quite intrigued as soon as I get off here. While I'm cooking me dinners. That might be the first thing I go and have a look at. The first time watching live video on YouTube, and then you have to suffer the delights of myself. I do apologise. I'm probably not the person to lose your virginity with, as it were. Alright, thank you for the update, sir. I appreciate that. I shall rescind my offer. Selling the other parts. Right, now I've got to do those button things. I think he may have just popped out. I forgot we've got to put a wash on here in a minute. Are you still there? I'm looking forward to your videos. No pressure. Welcome to the Clothes Show. This week, Boy George buys a new dress. David Bowie shows off his new suit. And Right Said Fred, go vest shopping. Lots from my wife. Oh, lots of pressure from the wife. That's right, we'll tell her it's really, really good and we really love it, regardless. And then we can be like the professionals and do a collaboration. No one ever knows what collaborations do. How can you do a hobby collaboration anyway? I'm intrigued. I mean, I don't know. What's going on here? This colour isn't highlighting very well. We'll have to do a third highlight. That would be cool. I want to get other people in on the chat in here. Like literally bring their webcam on. That's my goal. Real-time chats while painting. But a painting room, an online painting room, that would be fun. I don't want to use that bit actually. Just lovely peach colour. I think I've made a flesh tone. Oh, why am I spending so much time on these highlights? Mr. Brooks, how is one this evening? Oh, I've done that side. It's clothes show time, Mr. Brooks. Hot Realm Slayer. I don't even know what a Realm Slayer is. I'm going to assume it's a band of sorts. Oh! It's a audio book, or audio novel, or whatever they're called. Can't remember the official term for them. Brian Blessed. That is genius casting. Did you see that the audio books of the Young Adventurers, or whatever they're called, the kiddie novels? Get that ball off there. It's going to be narrated by David Tennant and Billy Piper. Intriguingly, I remember Billy Piper as someone that always seems to get naked on television. These kiddies will be like, "Who's Billy Piper?" "Oh, that naked lady." Did she do that call girl thing? The kiddie books, they've made some Warhammer adventure novels for children, aimed at the younger audience. And the audiobook versions are being narrated by David Tennant and Billy Piper. She was in Diaries. See, I thought that was her. Yeah, when they were first released, or first sort of shown off, there was a bit of a backlash. Oh, this isn't the sort of universe where kids can have a nice story, but you know, it's all how you tell it, isn't it? I really couldn't give a flying monkeys. If little kiddies enjoy it, then that's all good. You never know, I might enjoy it. I'm going to read one. There we go, that's the red ones done. Now we're going to paint those yellow pipes. Actually, I might do them blue because the gold is a bit yellow. Got a nice royal blue. Use that. Oh no, we won't. We can use magic blue. Magic, see? And then I lost my brush. There it is. Right, let's paint those last pipes. One. Two pipes. Starting to get a lot more visually interesting now we have more than one colour on there. If I can get these blue pipes on and washed, and tomorrow I can put the gloss coat on, means Thursday evening I can oil wash these interiors. That should be quite fun. Put some pigments in there and all sorts. Thank you, my man. We've got a little ways to go as yet. I mean, I don't want to go mad on this interior because you're not going to see any of it. You might literally see the odd bit where the door gunner is. I'm going to hope the oil washers sort of carry most of it. Missed a bit there. How are those warhounds coming on? I saw you'd made a start building them. This is it. We all know. Built and primed, you've done very well. I haven't bought any warhounds yet. Still feel like I need to. Do you know what legions they're going to be? I feel like we've had this conversation. What legion are they going to be? There we go. Right, let's stick some highlights on those blues and then give these detail bits a wash. Ah, one Space Wolfie, one Corny. I'm trying to think of who you've got who would be sort of Space Wolfie. Sort of a blue-grey legion. And a red and gold legion, as it were. I'm going to chuck some Agrax Earthshade on these in a minute. Did what? I know they had one with them, but I can't remember what it's called. It's the one where they have all the Ursus claws. They have a fascination with warhounds, if I remember correctly. The Audax? I really don't remember. It's in the book Betrayer, I think. They were their sort of matey Titan Legion, from what I remember. Now I'll try to pull these out of the way. Yeah, I'd say go for it. We just have to remember what Legion it was. I think it was Audax, but my memory is poor. I need a bit of that green to cover up those cock-ups. I'm sure some experts out there will know. Right. Any bits on there I've missed? No. 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 There we go. I'll cover up those couple of mistakes. Did I get any on the inside of the door? There's a bit of gold there. It's going to be so nice when we have these interiors done, so we can just get on to the next bit. Can't be that long now. Right, let's wash those bits. I did have a wash holder. Where's that gone then? AWOL, I believe. We're going to use extra shade. We've lost it. Got it there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where half my stuff is. I'm going to put another ball bearing in this, because I always think the sediment at the bottom needs a good stirring up. Plop! There we go. Listen to that shaking noise. I'll get that wash stirred well. I don't know where the hell that wash holder went. It was quite good as well, I liked it. Hello? I don't know. It's gone. We'll have to be extra careful. Made my pace. They do work well, don't they? Right, where's me special washer? I had an orange ender. This is going to be my new wash brush. This Raphael piece of shit. Used to be good. for about a day when I first got it. So I'm just going to wash those things on the floor. Come a bit closer, I think. Well, if it was an old Games Workshop one, it would just be a powder. It'd be a dry brush paint. And the wires. And those little switches. Not worried about dumping loads on. It's tomorrow. Army painter and scale colour brushes. I'm interested in the old scale colour. Has anyone yet invented the brush that just beats everyone else hands down? Here we go. It's 2 washed. The red in your fiends. No, I don't even know what a fiend is. I know, is it a fiend of Slaanesh? Is that the sort of fiend we're talking about? Bombwicks? What the hell are bombwicks? There go the runs, but I'm not worried about those. In my Magor's Fiends, I'll have a look. A bombwick brush. Why have I never heard of them? I do the other side? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to have to investigate those as well then. Lots of things to investigate. Oh, done that one. Right, we are nearly there for the evening. I'm going to go make myself some dinner. Going to finish getting these washers on. Always a bit of intelligence brought to my day. From my Philistine nature, not knowing any of these things, uncultured. Always nice. I need like a brush day where I can go and test out everyone's brushes. Art Expo, if they exist. Anyway, we have all the washers on. What is the time? Nearly 7 o'clock. We've done quite well tonight. Wow, that's intelligence to me. So I am gonna bail, and tomorrow I'm gonna gloss varnish these, and that means Thursday, if I can get on, we can do some oil washes, and that will be fun. So I shall say goodbye for the evening. Ta-ta!